Hey guys, Creator Mom. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I thought let me make a video about my intuitive eating journey. I haven't made a follow up on that for myself, really. Um, so yesterday, one of my kids liked these Red Baron pizzas. Like they have these little mini personal size pizzas. So what happened was I burnt the first one by accident. I just put it in for too much time. Whatever. Anyways, so I was like, it wasn't completely black, but I was like, you know what? I'll eat this one. I'm disclaimer, I never eat I that's not something I would ever choose to eat for myself. Like I would never look in the freezer and be like, oh, I feel like having a Red Baron pizza. Like, or I feel like having chicken nuggets. Kids, man, they like eating that stuff. But don't get me wrong, though, I like pizza. Heck yeah, man. I go for some, like, New York pizza. I really don't, I hate these chain pizzas, I'll be honest with you. But I mean, it's better than, like, nothing, I guess. But I would much rather have, like, regular pizza, like from New Jersey. But anyways, yeah, I don't eat like frozen foods, like, because I know that like those things don't really make me feel that good. They don't really satisfy. Anyways, moving on. So I ate the pizza and I made him another one. And I swear, immediately after I ate the pizza, I felt anxious. I felt like anxiety. And I was like, why do I feel like this right now? And I just felt like anxious and a little bit like weird. I don't know if you know how it feels when you're like anxious. And I was like, oh, I don't like how this feels. It seemed directly correlated to eating that. I've eaten Red Baron pizza before, but like not a whole mini pizza. Like I've never sat down and just been like eat a whole mini pizza. But I've had like a slice of the big one, like the big Red Baron, like a couple slices, and I was like, okay. Like still, I know that frozen pizza stuff does not really like vibe with my body, so I just try not to really eat it. But anyways, pizza is pizza. So, well, not really, but so yeah, I felt anxious afterwards, and then I kind of like was trying to do things to kind of like, you know, feel better or whatever. And eventually I did feel better. Um, but this journey, this intuitive eating journey, I'm really getting to know myself. Like I swear, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it had to be done. Like just eating whatever I want, like no restrictions. Like I wasn't gonna be like, oh, I can't eat this, oh, I'm not allowed to eat this. I'm like, oh, I ate it and I really felt like shit afterwards. I really felt anxious and I need that too. I think sometimes I forget when I eat certain things how I feel afterwards and then I do it again. I hate that. It's kind of like when people drink every weekend. Like they know they're going to feel like shit and have a hangover, but they do it anyway. But yeah, I just try to like reinforce that, oh yeah, when I eat that, I really feel bad. Like, and I don't like feeling bad. It's like the older I get, the less uh, the less I want to put up with feeling bad. Like I want to feel as good as I kind of can, as much as I can. So yeah, so I just like, yeah, I never ever should eat that. Like I never should eat that again, because not because I can't eat that, or not because I'm not allowed to eat that, but because when I do eat that, it doesn't serve me the way I like to be served. So, but somebody else might eat that Red Baron pizza and feel fine completely, you know what I mean? So I have to, it's about you, it's about me, you know. Because the fact is that outer rules don't stick all the time, you know what I mean? Like, unless those rules have been created for you, by you, you know what I mean? Like, so my rule would be like, yeah, I don't eat mini Red Baron pizzas because I don't feel good after I eat them. That's my rule. But now, you know what I mean? So if the rule is created by you because of your experience, it probably will be more likely to stick with you. So, like, I feel like I'm just going through this phase of, like, relearning my rules, relearning what's for me and what's not, you know? And, cereal. That's another thing. I think I can eat, like, granola cereals and be fine, but, like, I don't really bother with that anymore because honestly, I don't like the way it gets stuck in my teeth and everything like that, all the, like, oats and pieces. But, like, I had Cheerios. Why would I eat Cheerios? I don't know why would I do that, but, like, I don't know. Sometimes I just get in a thing and I'm like, oh, I feel like having some Cheerios or something. And then, like, Cheerios, I've felt anxious after eating Cheerios. Like, just certain foods just don't mix. And I'm learning that, relearning that. I quit Starbucks coffee because I noticed I think I was feeling really tapped out after. I know coffee is not really that great for you anyway and for your, like, hormones and stuff, but I like it. And but yeah, I got rid of, I don't know what took me so long to get rid of Starbucks coffee. But I think Starbucks coffee was making me feel really bad. It really has for me, it, like, made my drop down from caffeine, like, really hard. So now I'm drinking Dunkin' Donuts coffee. And I think it's working for me a little better. I was drinking the Columbia Dunkin' Donuts, and I think that was making me feel too, like, wound up. And I'm like, oof, I think I need to just switch to, like, regular Dunkin' Donuts coffee. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. And then who knows, maybe one day I'll, like, not drink coffee at all. But I really enjoy drinking just 1 cup in the morning. And then, so I find my conclusion is this. My conclusion is healthy eating for yourself is really not that hard, you know, especially if you don't have any, like, diseases or whatever. My cousin was saying, like, oh, I feel so bad for people who are low income, like, they can't afford healthy food. Like, I digress. I disagree. I disagree. With kids, it can be hard because I feel like kids love that processed food. Like, they love that shit. You know, like, they love chips. And I mean, every kid is different, don't get me wrong, because my youngest, he's like a chef. He loves cooking. He loves Chef Nick DiGiovanni on YouTube, and, like, he got his cookbook and everything. And he actually taught me how to make a steak better. He's 9 years old, but he's been making steak and it's been, like, really good. So he kind of taught me how to make it better, you know, where it comes out nice. So he's, like, he's my, like, foodie. Like, he kind of is my more explorative eater. My middle child is more of my, like, sugar baby, you know. He's always had an affinity for sugar. With almost, like, no bounds. Like, he could probably eat, like, what my oldest and youngest would eat in sugar. Like, my middle child would eat all of that put together. Like, he has just a higher, what's the word I'm looking for, like, capacity or whatever for sugar. When he was a baby, I had given him juice, and he got really on juice. Like, he started drinking it all the time. Like, he wanted juice. But then I kind of cut off the juice and just started giving water, for, like, thirst, you know. So then he got on water, and then, but he He loves sugar. But he's a high energy kid too. He is my more physically active kid. Like he cannot, even if he doesn't have sugar, like it's not because of the sugar that he's active. He is an active, uh, he's physically active. Like he needs to be jumping. Well, ever since he was little, like when he was like 1.5 or 2, like we had these little Lightning McQueen wooden chairs, like the little table they would sit at, and he would get on top of the little chair and jump off. And I was observing that his form was on point because he would jump off and land in a squat, like, and I'm like, okay, so obviously he has really high physical capabilities. He needs to be jumping on something like box jumping across, he skateboards too, so he's my more physically active. So maybe that's why his body kind of has a higher capacity for sugar, like those carbohydrates, just because of his nature to be more physically active. His body just craves that like quick ass energy. So I'm sure like there's probably like some type of biological reasoning as to why he just seems to naturally just have an affinity for sugar. The other ones like sugar, you know what I mean? But like they can't sit there and eat a ton of sugar. They have a thing where their body's like, okay, like that's enough. Like, so for my middle child, where his body goes, okay, that's enough, is way higher than my other two. And my other two are not. Like my youngest is he's physically active, but it's not like if he's not like extremely physically active, like he won't be able to like sleep or something. And with my oldest too, like they can have the potential to be physically active, but it's like it doesn't like affect them. Like what I'm trying to say is my middle child needs to be physically active. Like it is a bodily absolute need for him to do acrobats and shit or skateboard. The winter is tough for skateboarders. So yeah, I wish there was a nearby skate park. The closest skate park is like an hour and a half away from us, and I'm just not doing it. In Louisville, they used to have one close in Florence, but I don't know, they shut that down. I wish it was open. If it was open, I would absolutely be taking him. So yeah, winter can be tough for skateboarders. So yeah, it's just we're all different. All of our bodies are different because we're all like designed to do different things. Like what my middle child is designed to do, I'm not. Like, you know what I mean? Or my oldest is not, and vice versa. So yeah, just getting to know your own body, how you like to move physically, and stuff like that. So like I was saying, like I disagree with my cousin about healthy eating. I was saying that it's the processed foods that cost more, and kids tend to sometimes like to eat more of the processed foods, like the pizzas and things like that. Those are expensive, but like honestly, for myself, it's like I realized all I gotta do is eat simple. Like eating is so easy. Like I could make a pot of rice, and I could like freaking warm up frozen vegetables if I wanted, and I could bake chicken. Like so easy. It's so easy. Like the other day I had steak and baked sweet potato. Oh my god, it was like divine. And how long did that take? How hard was it? And how expensive? Not really expensive. I like to get I see what like vegetables and fruits are on the clearance. I don't know about you, but at my store they always have something in the clearance for the fruit, for the veggies and stuff. So I got like a bunch of I usually get a bunch of avocados for $1. Granted, they are already like ripe and everything. You got to keep them in the fridge, but still, you get a bunch of avocados for $1, a bunch of sweet potatoes for $1. Then of course your meat is gonna be more expensive, but so what? Because if it's for yourself and you buy a pack of meat for $30, you know, whatever, if you want steak. But for a single person just feeding themselves and they have low amount of money, like, I really think you can make it just by eating like simple foods, you know, and just learning how to cook basic things. Have your basic spices: garlic, onion powder, salt, pepper, paprika. Like, you can make so many things taste good. So I think that just keeping it simple is a great way to like eat healthily, you know. And yeah, we don't really need the processed food that much. We don't really need that, like, as adults, you know. I don't know, I get it for the kids because they like it and they're kids, you know. But yeah, as an adult, it's just like, all right, I'm done, peace.